Alright, so look, man. It's gonna be a quick video here, but Draco the Ruler. Rest in peace to him. In my opinion, that was one of the last hopes for the West Coast. Because no disrespect to y'all, but I promise you nobody ain't trying to hear that music where it sound like you got to ride low riders and wear Chuck Taylors all day, right? That's the reason why Draco the Ruler was expanding throughout America versus just being hot in the Western region. He had a different sound than most LA rappers. It wasn't, hey cuz, hey blood. Like a lot of the other regions, they actually could relate to his music. Where most up and coming West Coast rappers, they could be big in California, but hey, over in Atlanta, nobody is listening to that. Because unfortunately, a lot of LA hip hop is catered specifically for West Coast hip hop. I mean the sound and everything. Equivalent would be New York drill rap. New York drill rap is big in New York, but hey, over there in St. Louis, no one cares that much. And I think Draco the Ruler was that missing puzzle piece that was getting Los Angeles that notoriety from the rest of America. But long story short, I am indeed a Draco the Ruler fan. But I'll be the first to admit, I wasn't too hip to his personal life. Like I like his music and everything, but when it comes to the people he was beefing with, certain disses he may have said in songs, etc., I was complete clueless. That is up until now, and that's why I'm making this video. Because boy, this dude Munchie B, right? Never heard of him a day in my life. There's no disrespect to him, but that's just giving you guys more intel on how I legit didn't know anybody that Draco the Ruler was beefing with. Of course, besides YG, and when you say like Inglewood Bloods, of course, but I mean specifically a person other than YG had no clue about it. But this guy Munchie B, he's a rapper out of Los Angeles as well. He's an Inglewood Blood. He had an interview over on No Jumper. That's how I found out about him. It was actually a pretty good interview, so if you haven't checked it out yet, definitely go check it out. But he was speaking about the beef between him and Draco the Ruler. I'm not too knowledgeable about the situation, so I'm not going to go into detail myself. But from what I do know, Draco the Ruler allegedly had something to do with one of his homeboys getting murdered at a pajama party. And even with that new information right there, I now understand some of Draco the Ruler lyrics more. Them lyrics when he always talking about catching somebody outside of a party or at a party. Now, in hindsight, I'm assuming he's referencing this guy that was murdered at the pajama party. I think his name was Red Bull. Rest in peace to him as well. I have no dog in this fight. I don't know any of these people. But yeah, anywho, the Munchie B guy, he was also shot, not in this same incident. This was actually before the death of Red Bull. But Munchie B was shot, I think in his head, and it left him completely blind. And again, now in hindsight, I understand Draco the Ruler lyrics more. In that song, Ingleweird, he said something like drop 50 on a blind man's head, he didn't see it coming. He's obviously talking about this guy Munchie B. He's from Inglewood, and he's blind. And I feel so slow because I never even really thought to look into this. I was just rapping to be rapping, like, oh, that's hard. I didn't even care to look this stuff up. But yeah, not long after Draco the Ruler dropped that Ingleweird song, he was murdered. Eerily similar to FBG Duck, right? He dropped that song, Dead B-Words. Not too long after, he was murdered. But the reason I'm bringing up any of this in the first place is because Munchie B said something interesting while on No Jumper during his interview. He brought up how he didn't appreciate the fact that Ghazi over at Empire, right, on Draco the Ruler's last project, like his Posthumous project, he was still dissing Munchie B, even though he's dead. And you know it's gonna look funny if Munchie B like responds to it because the guy's dead. And I actually thought that was a fair point. It actually reminds me of Dallas, Texas, Mo 3. Long live Mo 3. He definitely better than y'all out there get mad about it. Like he actually, well, that was Empire as well. Empire dropped his posthumous album, Shots Us Forever, and he was still dissing his ops, and they felt the way about it. And this is what I gotta say about it, man. I mean, it's what you signed up for. If these people still got unreleased music dissing y'all, hey, you have the right to respond to it. That's the way I see it, at least. Dead or not. If songs are still being released of them dissing you, you have every right to respond. But also you got to take this into consideration. Morally, a lot of people not gonna rock with that. And you are actually gonna lose fans by dissing a dead person. So you gotta make a choice. And in my opinion, the correct choice will be, hey, this guy's dead. Who cares? That's good enough for me, right? Y'all could drop all the diss songs y'all want to. This man is dead as hell, right? I'm not about to have myself looking crazy like I'm losing my mind having a rap beef with a dead person. Especially, and I mean especially, right, when the person who died is better than you. Now, if the person who died trash, hey, do your thing. But if the person who died and you still dissing them, if they are better than you, if they are a more liked individual than you are, you can pretty much kiss your career goodbye. And I hate to break the news to this Munchie B dude, but yes, Draco the Ruler is a lot more liked than you. He has more fans than you. The more you diss him, the harder you making it for your career. So in my opinion, he wouldn't be wrong if he wanted to respond to Draco the Ruler's diss, but I do think he would be making a mistake. And man, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people didn't even know Draco the Ruler was dissing this dude. What's the song called? Suicide Dawn? I turn my wrist handicapped like that blind nigga. Like, I promise you, I listen to that song at least 3 times a week. I didn't even know what Draco the Ruler was talking about. Turn my wrist handicapped like that blind jigger. Like, what the hell is you even talking about? Y'all know Draco the Ruler just be making up words, right? So I thought he was just making up stuff. Promise you, I thought this was just one of those phrases he made up. Didn't even know he was dissing this guy. I didn't even know this guy existed. But he went on No Jumper to let us all know, hey, I'm mad they still got Draco the Ruler dissing me on his last album. I'm mad, I'm upset. Man, I promise you nobody didn't know that. But thanks to you, now we all going back to the last album to hear any lyric where he's referencing somebody being blind or handicapped, and we know he's talking about you. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's best not to respond at all, especially when the person is deceased, and also when the person got a bigger audience than you, and they're a better rapper than you. I mean, you could have just swept this under the rug. Now we all know Draco the Ruler be dissing you when he say something about somebody being blind. But again, I don't think he'll be wrong if he respond. I just think it'll be a bad move. The same way I don't think Ghazi and Empire is wrong for releasing his music. I mean, if I didn't know he was dissing this Munchie B dude, why do you think Ghazi knew that? Let's be real. And even if he did know it, it's a business, fam. This is the art that man left with us. So this is the art we're gonna put out. But anyway, man, how y'all feel about this? Let me know in the comment section, bro. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, man. Hey, man, follow me on Instagram, TZF baby 25. Rest in peace, Draco the Ruler. I'm gone.
Prolific.
Ay, bitch, I'm in these streets. Fuck this industry. Bitch, I'm in these streets. Fuck this industry. Ay, bitch, I'm in these streets. Fuck this industry. Bitch, I'm in these streets. Fuck this industry. Bitch, I'm in these streets. Fuck this